moving too fast in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to elaborate on that, man. I've seen people like bounce from relationship to relationship.
Exactly.
Like we had a situation. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, let's go. I want to see. I want to hear this.
Where, you know, a person that I know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they got out of a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and then 6 minutes. Wow, that would have been crazy.
That was quick.
6 months later, you know, it was told to me that it was engaged.
I know what you're talking about.
Let that breathe.
Oh,
Let
man.
that breathe.
Oh.
I want to tie you in on that. How do you feel about people moving too fast in a new relationship, and how is it important to not move too fast?
Well, in that particular situation, that was totally too fast. And everybody say love don't have a time and all that stuff. But
that's what made this conversation good.
As a man, I'm gonna have a few things I already think. Either you was already talking to somebody. That's gonna be probably my first. You was already talking to Joe Blow. Or you just so infatuated with this thing called marriage.
My headphones off on that one, man.
You want me to repeat that one?
Yeah, go ahead and say it for the two people in the back that didn't hear you.
6 months after you got out of a relationship, you probably was already, and you're engaged. Not just in a relationship and dating, you're engaged. You was already probably talking to Joe Blow while you was with me. Or you always had that on standby, something. Or you just infatuated with this thing called marriage that, I just got to be married, which that is the goal for most people, relationship, marriage, and kids, and whatever, etc.
Talking now.
But the thing is, you have to learn a person. You have to date a person to actually know a person. You know what I'm saying? And that's just being real. And I'm all for taking your time. The date don't feel pressured to be married. I ain't telling you to have somebody stringing somebody along for 7, 8 years, but whatever it may be, before you marry them, you have to learn that person because it's more than a few steps. You got dating steps to learn each other.
Yeah.
Most people move in with each other before marriage. That's a whole nother notch. You got to learn this person if you can live with this person and etc. But to take it back, man, like I say, moving too fast, you already had that person in lined up, or you just sold on this infatuation and this fantasy or fairy tale, I should say, of what marriage is. But really, you're not ready for it, or you're not built for it, because it ain't just sunshines and flowers blooming, as I said one time in a episode previous. It's work. It's actually more work probably in marriage than just dating a person. But hey,
you're right, man. It's so much that's running through my head.
Go ahead.
Now.
It's so much. I'm
trying to find which one to grab from, man. But I would say this, man. I remember a time where, years and years ago, where a person was like, this person don't know me. They hurt me. They doing me bad. I'll be out of this relationship and right to the next one. I thought I was getting punked. I'm looking for the cameras like, okay, I know the camera gonna come out and just be like, like Kevin Hart said, you ever heard somebody say something and you sit there and you wait for them to just say, I'm just playing. And then they never said. So it made me look at, like, when people are damaged, they feed off of that before they even get healed. But they'll go on to the next person, and they'll want that person, they'll use this excuse, take me as I am, accept all of my flaws. What if I'm not damaged right now? Yeah. What if I was damaged, but I took the time to get healed? Now you want me to be this magical hero where I got to heal you. And you didn't do it for yourself. Now you want me to take you as you are, but it's not fair to me that here it is, I'm over here in this peaceful world of mine, and I done moved on in my damage experience that I've had in the past, and now a damaged person that didn't take time for themselves because they keep on hopping from penis to penis to penis. I mean, hopping from relationship. We gonna talk about it.
To say, hey,
yeah, you know. And again, trying to keep it respectful.
Yeah,
trying to keep it PG-13. But anyways, it's like, when did you ever take time for yourself to heal?
Yeah,
let that breathe.
Let it breathe.
When did you ever take time to just, for yourself to just say, okay, if I remember in we always quoting movies. Remember in Baby Boy, when the mother was talking to Yvette, she said, if you don't have enough to give to you and that baby, how do you have enough to give to him? Well, it's a lot of let that breathe in this episode right here. Let that breathe.
Yeah, man.
Because it's real, man. It's like, I've seen that, and I'm like, I always say this about myself, you know, yes, you can be alone too long and used to doing things your way. You can be stubborn. You can, because I've seen people who be alone. On the flip side of it, see people be by themselves for a long time, and now they stuck in their ways. So I have to watch out that for myself. But the one thing that I try to really capitalize on is not settling, because I've been used to being single. It's not settling, because it's real easy to get in that mode where you it's like, okay, I fit go on dates. I fit meet people. And then you not looking for the things that you should look for, because you just trying to hurry and get some.
Now, guess what that set you up for? The things that you will accept and the things that you will not accept, because I'm not desperate. I'm good on myself. I'm at peace with myself. I don't just have to settle for anything just to be with somebody. I know what, listen, this ain't going to go no farther than this. And I'm going to just date the next person. And I'm big on dating one person at a time. People like date them all. Nah, because you're going to end up blending all three people and say, oh, I wish I could have, if all three of them was this, take a little bit of this person, that person, build them together. You got the perfect person. But we all flawed. So, but at the end of the day, man, when you take time to learn yourself, you learn what you will and will not put up with, because you're at peace. I told a friend the other day, man, it's peace over everything. Right. You know what I'm saying? But like we say, nobody want to grow old, but alone, that is. But at the end of the day, I'd rather grow old alone than put up with a broken person that ain't healed and fits, and every day or every week I'm constantly have to fit some, because they ain't fits with themselves. They're not in love with themselves. You know what I'm saying? They're in love with the infatuation of being in a relationship. But do you love yourself?